Oh, hi there. It is Tuesday and I am ready for some more training. I'm going to be doing more 3-minute games. I only had 9 or 10 yesterday. In addition to that WSL, we had so much discussion that it cut into the playing time, which is actually good. So I'm going to play and hopefully continue to work on my game, maybe get a little bit more comfortable with 3 minutes. Yeah, I've played what is my 3-minute record here? Oops, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. What is my 3-minute record? 71 and 654. So I've played, I've played close to 1,500 games of 3-minute. I still feel so uncomfortable and so harried and so rushed. I don't know if that'll ever go away, but I'm going to try, try to improve before, especially if I can get any improvement in before September 6th, the Shogi Wars Rising Streamer Tournament. I would love to be able to win maybe a game and not just make a complete fool of myself at that event. That's, that is the goal. Don't make a complete fool of myself. Maybe win a game. So that is it, but no time like the present. Actually, I'm going to restart the client here because I don't know if going into the quiz changes the layout at all. So I'm just going to restart it just so that the layout isn't maybe just slightly shifted to a pixel or two or whatever happens. So that's that. We are here and I am going to start the game. Hope everyone's doing well. There we go. Start. Switch the scene. Got my heart rate monitor on. Hopefully I don't go too crazy. Ai-chan, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Gote, you gotta remember not to play direct Urshin or Ryu so I don't get that badge. What in the world is this? What in the world is this? What in the world is this? How have I never seen this? He can just promote here. Yeah.
2分30秒
Fascinating. All right. Why did I not see this? That's fine. That's fine. Wow. What is this? Do I have anything? So a night drop wins the dragon. Wow.
1分30秒
Oh, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. $119. Okay, so I have to move. I have to move. I have to move. I've been theory crafting a little too much here. Sumero. Oh, no, it's not Sumero. And now I lost. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. All right. I lost. I lost. Good game. Good game. Good game, I guess. Good game, I guess. Oh, boy, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. All right. All right. We'll just say I got Kishined. We'll just say I got Kishined.
あなたが後手です。対局開始。
よろしくお願いします。Dumb. Dumb. Oh, man. What's going on? What's in the water today? So we just got the gimmicks. At least this is maybe real. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, let me track my loss.
Loss. Current streak is 1 loss.
I think it probably was fine for me, right? Push this pawn. Yeah. Yeah. I'm playing like a complete loser. Playing like a complete weenie.
$2分30秒。
Come on. What can I do? What can I do? Come on. Oh, maybe I should have just dropped the pawn. I should have just dropped the pawn. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Let's... that's not good either. I wanted to go here. What am I doing? What am I doing?
$1分30秒。
Is he trapped? 119 to 138. Should I come up here? Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Should I just take? No.
1分
Oh, I should just come back here to take the pawn. Wow. 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 So hitting the rook and the silver. Zamero-ish? No. Wow.
30秒
22 seconds?
20秒
Boy, I am amazed. I am honestly to goodness amazed at this game, at these players. How he played so solidly here. I'm speechless on this one. I'm speechless. Oh, that's not a knight. That's not a knight. I'll give him a like. I'll give him a like.
Current streak is 2 losses.
Good game. Hey, Nightwalker. Hey, Blazing Eagle. Ron Vienna. Good to see you. I crushed the first player and then got crushed by the second one. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Boy. Kudos to that defense and everything that the opponent did in that last game. I don't know how. All right, are we playing an engine here? This is like playing Fairy Stockfish. Totally like. Come on. Alrighty, he's trying to make the Gangi. This is looking good. Ish. Wow.
2分30秒
What is that? Does that work? I'm not sure what's faster. I think I have to respond here. Wow. This is sketchy as all hell. This game feels so sketchy. Oh, I didn't mean that. I did not mean that. Is there, I don't think there's a takes. Yes, no, it isn't. What? What is going on? What is going on? This is not right. This is not right. This game is sketchy. Oh, maybe I should have dropped it there. Just feels so weird. I want this knight. So if I take the knight,
1分30秒。
if I take the knight, then I don't have Sumero. I do have Sumero. Yes, I take the knight that's Sumero. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yes, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Wait, oh, he took the rook? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I'm in my own world. I'm in my own world here. I'm in my own world. The moves were so nonsense.
あなたが後手です。対局開始。
よろしくお願いします. All right, so
Loss.
2 more
Current
games like
streak is
this,
3 losses.
I'm done for the day. 2 more games, I'm done. I need to play real games. These games are not real games. Shoot. Shoot. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. My rook is defending here, but my king is not. My king is not in a good spot. Okay. I almost misclicked that one. Wow.
2分30秒。
Something's there. Something's there. Yeah, very nice. $149. Okay, I'm up on the clock. I am up on the clock. I could have just taken this pawn. Let's see. Uh... All right. You gonna resign, or are we still going? You gonna resign, or are we still going? Okay. I need the resign. I don't think I could win by mate today. I don't think I can win by mate.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
Okay. Now we're back. Now we're back. That was an interesting one. The formation just worked out for me. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wow, I'm good. 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row. Okay, let's I could have come up here. And then he comes up. No.
2分30秒。
Alright, Urshino Ryu players hate this one trick.
Win. Current streak is 2
let's slow
wins.
down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down and look at what I did wrong in that one. What did I do? What was the wrong defense here? Should I have just come up? I think I just come up. Then he gets his bishop over. And then I push my pawn. Is that what I do here? Let's copy this. I'm going to copy this into Lee Shogi. Zendo-kun or Blitzing Eagle usually play 4/4 silver if they run up a silver like that. Yeah, I usually do. But against Urshino Ryu, I sometimes like to play it a little sharper and not allow them to get what they want. But maybe it's what I have to do. Maybe it's what I have to do. 4/4. I push the 4/4. He brings his bishop back. I push my pawn. He gets his gold up. I push my pawn. He pushes his pawn. And we get that exchange going. And then I get my bishop back. All right, but I'll bring this in. I'll bring this into Lee Shogi. I just want to make sure. Oops. That is not it. There it is. And there it is. And there it is. Add this to a study. 4-4. Bishop back. Pawn. Oh, interesting. The engine kind of likes just going back. 6-2 silver, of course, is an option. I don't want 6-2 silver because I do want to keep my defense a little bit here. But 3-1, yeah, I can just do 3-1. All right, 3-1 or 6-2 or 8-5 pawn. I said I was going to do this, and then he is going to do this. Now it's my move. And what if he drops the silver? What's the idea if he drops the silver? We just come back? Okay, because this is hanging. Because this is hanging. We do this, then I Oh, interesting. Okay, I go for the trade. I see. Okay, makes sense. And it's real good for me right now. Yeah. All right. How do I deal with Yagura? It seems strong against Urashino. No, I don't think it seems strong at all. I think against Yagura, what I'll do is the diagonal attack. I'll do the classic Urashino Ryu attack. Exchange off the bishop and silver. Exchange off the silver and bishop, ideally. And then potentially make an edge attack. If I've exchanged off my attacking silver, I think that's considered a success. And so against Yagura, I sort of have that success condition built in. You say, I don't agree that Yagura is strong against Urashino Ryu. I think it's fine, but I don't think it's strong. I think there are way better options against Urashino Ryu. I think it's fine. I think it's just fine. But it's not annoying to the Urashino Ryu player. Well, it's not a three-piece castle after I take out two of the pieces. Get pieces in hand. You continue to make threats. You just find areas, other areas on the board. You might start attacking up this file. It depends on what happens, but if all they're doing is defending, that means they're not attacking. You'd really like to see FR, like for real. We play against Yagura a lot. You probably see it today. But they're 3-minute games, so they're not necessarily that big a deal. But they're not really important. 3-minute games are not going to really be indicative of anything. But that's one of the mainline openings that we see on this channel. I think my just one of the takes I guess I would make that might just be nonsense, but if Urashino Ryu was not good or okay at least against Yagura, then it never would have been created because Yagura is so popular. I think you just wouldn't create a static rook opening that is bad against Yagura, I think. But maybe that could be wrong. I disagree that no one plays it. Yagura is one of the most popular. I still in my games, Yager. I see Yager all the time. When I watch on 81 Dojo, I see it a lot. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Come on. We got another Urshin or Ryu. Should I have dropped my pawn? I don't think so. I'm definitely messed up here. Smoglet raiding with a party of 20. Welcome. And I messed up my opening. And I messed up my opening again. Thank you for that raid. Thank you. All right. So it's a 3-minute game. It's a 3-minute game. It's a battle. It's a battle. Oh, nice. Nice. Very nice. Let's just do this. Whatever. Wow. Wow, I did not see that one. I did not see that one. Very nice. And I'm down on the clock, more importantly. What an interesting game. So I've blown my defense against Urashino Ryu. I've been out Urashino Ryu now twice in a row here. It looks like my 3-minute sort of my 3-minute games here are rough. My thinking is rough. Does he have pawns? Wow. It's a dead dragon. Oh, it's not a dead dragon. Wow.
30秒。
Is this mate?
20秒。
Wow. I think that's it. I think that's it. Or it's not. It's not. Does he have mate? I think he does. Oh, he messed up. He messed up. I think he messed up.
10秒。時間切れです。
Somia K4, hello. Greetings. I'll give him a thumb up. I'll give him a like.
Current streak is one loss.
The heart rate monitor is so cool. It's pretty funny to see when I'm trying to mate the opponent or in when I'm trying to mate the opponent, how high the thing goes. You put a link. Yeah, YouTube, no matter what I try, YouTube does not seem to let me allow people to put links in the chat. I have looked through every option I have. I've enabled and disabled every option that seems reasonable. But I just can't. I can't figure out how to do it. So, despite what some Reddit threads say, I don't think I can enable YouTube to allow links. If anyone knows a way, I am all ears. I will try it. There have been multiple times that I've wanted to allow someone to share a link. I just can't. But yeah, it's easy enough to find his book on amazon.co.jp. You could actually just put in the English text, Urashino, and you're going to get it. All right. Did I track the loss? I think I did. Did I? I think? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, let's go again.
あなたが先手です。
よろしくお願いします。
対
Lambda.
局開始。
Come on. Oh, okay. そうですね。That's not good. It's fine. I should have just played Urashino Ryu. I should have just gone up. Come on. Comes with check. This is a big threat. That's the sitting king. You know, that's the danger of the sitting king in a lot of these Urashino Ryu setups. I probably should. Maybe I should have pushed. Yeah, maybe I should have pushed.
30秒。
220. Do I have any big threats? Do I have any big... Do I have any tactic?
2分
Let's do this. This seems good. This seems good right here. Bishop here seems good. Taking the lance seems okay. Just got to I've just got to watch the time. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, phew. Let's do this. Let's get this rook out of this fork. He could have taken, pawn takes, bishop drop. So bishop here is going to be good because it's going to win the knight and hit the rook and the silver.
1分30秒
I don't think he has anything. Oh, okay. Do I have mate? Do I have mate? Let's do this first. That was a weird one. That's Sumero now. Yeah.
強い
Arigatou gozaimashita. Not the greatest
Win.
endgame technique.
Current
Not
streak
the
is
greatest
1 win.
endgame technique. 130. I see the 130s in the heart rate. Not the greatest. I imagine my opponent's heart was also going a little faster because I did have the time advantage. All right. Did I track that one? I think so. Yeah. Let's go. Again.
あなたが先手です
Magical hand. Yoroshiku
開
onegaishimasu.
開始
All right. Let's play it. Let's play your gimmick. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll play your games. Yeah, cool. I fell for it. You got me. You Yaggered me with fourth file rook. You got me. Boy, oh boy. I mean, come on. I should have put the what's it called there? All right, so he's just going for the time. He's literally just going for the time.
2分30秒
Yeah. Got the nice. No, it's not a drop. silver, pawn. Okay, let's come back here. Interesting.
2分。
Wow. Very interesting. Yeah. Let's see. He drops a pawn. I come up. Crazy game. 139. I am up on the clock. I'm up on the clock. This is the most important thing right now in my life. That I'm up on the clock. He can push this pawn. Then I take, he takes, I take. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good either.
1分30秒。
Okay. That was, he could have taken, and then dropped the bishop here and gotten won the rook. Do I have anything? That doesn't work. It does not work.
1分。
Wow. Okay. 56. I'm up on the clock. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. I'm up on the clock, but I'm down on the board. Yeah. Whoa. Let's get our king safe. What can I do?
30
Let's,
秒。
That's not good.
20秒。
Oops.
10秒。時間切れ勝ち。
Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay.
Win. Current streak is 2 wins.
Ayaka, nice to see you. Hello. Yeah, there's this Shin Urishino Ryu book. There are two. He's got the old one and then the new one. The new one, I think, came out like a year or two after the first. Not the greatest game that I've ever played here, but I think I picked up early that he wanted to win on time, and then I started bumbling trying to play faster. But by playing faster, I had the time advantage. Fablegraph, hello! Oh, boy. Not the greatest games today.
あなたが後手です。
よろしくお願いします。マサー5点。Murata Shistumu. Are we getting Murata Shistumu from our opponent? I don't know what we're getting from our opponent. All right. All right. Today's 10-second games. We're getting all the gimmicks. We're getting all the greats. We're getting all the greats. I don't know how to defend this, but I'm just gonna keep playing. Ah, shoot. Okay, so let's do this. Come on. Oh, he's going into Coward Castle. Good choice. A good choice, I'd say. Definitely a good choice.
2分30秒。
Okay, where is my this? No. Let's do this.
叩きの歩。
Interesting.
2分。
Take that. Not good. Should have dropped the lance. He's got nothing there. He's got nothing there. Sumero.
1分30秒。
Oh no! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think I unwittingly made the best move. Wow. I think I unwittingly made the best move.
Win. Current streak is 3 wins.
Like if he would have taken the rook, I think I just take the silver, and that rook would have been really just to show what I'm talking about here. In case I'm hallucinating. So now that the rook is not defended, I moved over. If he takes, I take. I'm going to win this. And, you know, it's looking, I think this is actually looking really strong. Like, obviously, this is Sumero, so the king can defend. They can defend. They can defend. They can defend. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's 3 minutes. It's a 3-minute game. It is what it is. Crazy time. Crazy time. Funky town. It's funky town out here. My voice is going from yesterday's long
あなたが
discussion.
先手です
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Tateishi style. What is Tateishi style? We're both 3 winning. Okay. We get another Furibisha. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Actually, I should have taken the pawn. I should have pushed up the pawn. Now he can climb. This is very strange. Very strange. Very strange indeed. You know, we're attacking the head of the pawn, the knight, which is always nice. Always a nice thing to do.
2分30秒
Should I just push this pawn? No, we're gonna do this. Yeah, let's he comes back. He comes back. I take, he takes. It's not too bad. It's not, he's also got this, yeah. I don't think this is, wow. Okay. Got this. How can I attack here?
2分
Not good. Not good. Not good. Yes, it is. It's fine. Because if you would have come over there, I could have dropped the silver. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Token in. Oh, interesting. Very interesting again. Okay. Wow. Okay.
1分30秒
Don't like it. Don't like it. I do not like it.
腹銀
Haragin? I'm just keeping attacking. I'm just going to keep attacking. Is the key here. Is that mate? That is not mate. Okay, now I'm looking great. Now I'm looking great.
1分
I think. I don't have a gold, though. I can get one. And I have so much time on the clock. So much time on the clock.
.30 秒
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Win. Current streak is
All
4
right.
wins.
These games have been mildly crazy. Mildly crazy, I'll say. Feels hectic. I don't know if it feels more hectic because I have the heart rate monitor on. Like, am I amping up my hecticness by having the heart rate monitor on? These games feel more hectic than yesterday's. They definitely feel more hectic than yesterday's. I'm not sure why that is. I think maybe because they started with those with some of those quirky openings. This was just a fourth file rook, right? This game was just a fourth file rook. Or was this the one? Is this the one where he just sort of gimmicked it? No. This is just a fourth file rook. But he didn't castle properly. What's the move here? What is the move here? Rook 8-6? What's the move? Gold 4-8? No, because that's Wariuchi. Gold. Gold 3-8? Rook 2-6? I drop the pawn. I'm going to use a Kishin.
任せろ。
5四歩先手勝勢です。
Anytime my bishop is lined up with the king, I should be considering these kinds of moves. And I almost never do, unless they are in the normal Mino Castle pattern. Okay. So this is not what the opponent would have done. So the opponent would have dropped the silver, which would have been probably, I presumably even better for me. We're giving this up? Wait a minute. No, right? We're giving this up? Huh. Wow. Huh. Then presumably pawn takes. Presumably bishop takes. Sorry. Pawn takes. Silver takes. Bishop back. I don't know. But I do know that I need more tea. I need more tea. I'm out of water and I'm out of tea, and we're a little over an hour in, so makes sense to break here. Oh, and I wasn't doing this. Sorry for not changing the layout. I will be right back. All right, I am back. And boy, I was just thinking that these games, they're shogi, they are shogi, and it's just who sees through the ghosts faster, who sees random tactics that may or may not exist, who can threaten things that become tactics. It's different, or maybe it's not different. Maybe it's the same, and I just don't realize how much there is of this in the regular game. Yeah, the Kishin analyst, he does not care. Just keep attacking. Just keep attacking. All right. Let's go. Let's try to play a little more solidly. Still consistent timing, but a little more solid.
あなたが
Nintendo
後で
Direct to you. よろしくお願いしま
対
す。
局開始
Okay, well, we got the gimmick. We got the start of the gimmick here. Okay. Interesting. 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 Didn't even see. I didn't even consider it. Gosh. That's not good. That's not good.
2分30秒
Maybe I should have just brought my rook up. Maybe I should have just brought my rook up. Yeah. Like this is shogi. This is shogi stuff. This is just shogi stuff, and I'm either failing at it or I'm doing all right at it. Do I have any big threats? This pawn is coming next. Actually, the pawn or the silver? The pawn. The pawn's coming next.
2分
Wow. Can I have threatened something else? Hitting the dragon. Sneakily hitting the dragon. Very sneakily. Wow.
1分30秒。
122. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's keep threatening stuff. Let's keep threatening stuff. I'm up on the clock. So,
1分。
Interesting.
.時間切れ勝ち。
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Win. Current streak is 5 wins.
That's a 3-minute game. that's another 3-minute game. Is that 5 in a row? Is that actually 5 in a row? Is there a streak event going on? Is there a streak event going on? Please tell me a streak event is running. Please, please, please. Because, you know, I win 5 in a row so rarely. No. No, it's not. It's not. Watch it start tomorrow. So let's check out. So here's the tournament. You know, we haven't looked at these in a while. You know, while we're here on this page, the tournament that I'll be playing in here, Emperor X, g'day. The tournament that I'll be playing in is this Don Players Day. Even though I'm 1Q in 3-minute, I am Shodan in 10-minute. So I'm going to have to play 3-minute games against these really strong players. But let's see who is in here. Let's see if Hajime Suzuki is in this list. So there's a 5-Dan. There's Saboten D. I've talked about him all the time. You know, one of my favorite YouTubers. Some other Shodans. And some of these other Shodans are actually like 1Q in 3 minutes, similar to me. Who else is in here? I don't recognize all. You know, this is one of the, I'll air quotes, problems that, you know, our Shogi Wars names don't necessarily show our streamer names. So these people, like, you know, their streamer names or their streamer identities, which I might know, I probably won't know from here. So I know Saboten D, that is his streamer name and his username. Like, for example, Urshino Ryu Challenge, or Urshino Ryu Channel is Micro77. Oh my gosh, how amazing would it have been if Micro77, if Urshino Ryu Channel would have been in this, or Urshino Sensei. Urshino Sensei's username is Riki-sen_shogi. There's Fujita Aoi, who is one of the invited guests. And I don't know who K_Yamawasabi is. I don't think this is, or Moku. I don't think either of these are Suzuki Hajime. I don't think. but otherwise, no one else in here is like 7 or 8 or 9 done, which I think he is. So maybe he just hasn't put maybe he just hasn't clicked the button to enter, enter. He's been approved, he just hasn't entered. So that's that. Nope, not big changes since last time we looked, actually. And then there is the Q Day, which, I suspect this is the focus of their events, the Q Day, because these are presumably the VTubers who are very popular, like that maybe have a lot of viewers. I don't know. I don't know. But there are not many of them here. So this is going to be a really, wait, where's the list? This is going to be a great tournament to spectate because there aren't many players. Like, there are only 12 in here. Maybe more will be joining. I don't know. But this is going to be a very fun tournament to watch. And it's going to be easy for the commentators to show pretty much everyone. Give everyone a chance to shine. With only 12 people, that's, at most 6 games running at one time. It's possible they have more people that just haven't entered into the event yet that will actually be there. But this is happening this Sunday. This is happening August 30 at 7 p.m. Japan time, I believe. So it's coming soon. And it is going to be streamed on ta po po chan's channel. So if you're already following her or subscribed to that channel, you'll see the notification or whatnot. If you're not, do subscribe to ta po po chan's channel. But there's that. So I wanted to look back at the Dan Day just to see how many, like right now, I know we have more coming, like Hajime Suzuki, but oops, sorry, I clicked the Q again. But we have 22 people. Like, that's a lot. And I think, like I said, more will be coming in. So there are going to be a lot of games running concurrently. And they're 3-minute games, which is harder to commentate and harder to sort of jump between because the games run so quickly. So I don't envy the task of the commentators or whoever's going to be putting together sort of the mainstream. It's Sora. So if you haven't already followed Sora's channel, be sure to do that. Let me pull that up. I think there's a link to it. Sora's a great channel. Great channel. Here's, and I will put this in the chat in YouTube and in Twitch. So I think those links went through chat. I think, in YouTube. So like we were talking earlier about how people cannot send links in the chat. I think I can, and I think Nightbot can. But anyway, we're here. Let me close this back. Yeah. All right. Wait, at Hajime99. That's his Twitch username, I think. Or is that his YouTube channel? I think that's his YouTube channel. Well, let's search for Hajime99. Nope. Hajime Suzuki, Tendan. So this is his honorary. This must be his honorary Shogi Wars account. I don't know if he'll be using this. That doesn't really look like him, right? I'm not sure what his normal account is. Chat didn't balk when you shared chess.com the other day. Well, Twitch didn't. But YouTube doesn't allow it. Magic Base, good to see you. What's my Kishin strategy going to be? I am going into these games with the intent of not using any Kishin. I would like to play these games for real. I want to I want to put my best foot forward, in case my game is being spectated. And I want to give a good opinion of Western shogi players. And so I sort of don't want to use Kishin, but at the same time, like, it's part of the format, so I think they want the excitement of the Kishin. So long story short, I'm planning on not, but I might. If I feel it'll be exciting, I might. At the end of the day, it's a show. It's about putting shogi out there and getting people excited to play shogi. And so I think that's why they're giving these Kishins. They want it to be fun. But hey, Tulip, great to see you. But at the same time, I really want to I want to put my best foot forward. If I'm up against a 7-dan and I get a blunder out of them, like some misclick or something like that, and I'm winning, I may use all 5 of my Kishin, though. Because that's 25 moves. That might get me all the way to the victory. That would be funny. That would be very funny. Oh, man. There's no WSL games going on now. So let's continue playing. Let's continue playing. Kishin move is forced to be played, or it's just the engine opinion? You push the button and the engine makes the next 5 moves for you. Each move takes about 1 second for the engine to make. There's no interactivity in it. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Another Urshin Ryu player. Okay. I'm looking for this tactic. Wow.
2分30秒。
Ah! I'm just throwing. That hurts. That hurts. It really does hurt. It really does hurt. Wow. Yeah. This all hurts. This all hurts. This all hurts. This all hurts. The jig is up. The jig is up. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The jig is not up. The jig is not up.
2分。
All right. Let's go.
Loss.
Okay.
Current streak
Had
is
to
one
lose the
loss.
streak at some point. Had to. So I came back from talking too much. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
局開始
That hurts. That really hurts because he didn't know what to do, and I just kind of, I let him off the hook. I let him off the hook. Wow, this guy's fast. He's playing is this sort of a cicada system? He's going for the time win. So he's going for the time win. Wow. Woof.
2分30秒
There's no. Yeah, I didn't. I really messed up. I really messed up. Really, really messed up.
2分
He's so fast. He's so fast. Wow.
1分30秒
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Do I have any mate? Do I have any mate? I don't. Yeah. GG.
本気出す
GG. Way too good. Either he's Kishining or he's way underrated. That player, that's the best 3-minute player that I think I have ever played. So
あ
fast
なたが先手です
and so strong. Let's see. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Let's see if this guy is better. Oh, I'm not playing I'm playing against. I'm not even looking at the opening. I'm not even looking at what the opponent's doing. He's playing he's playing nonsense stuff. Opposing rook. Come on. Not good. I don't think it's good. Yeah. Let's push here. He's fast. Let's push here. to avoid the bishop drop. And
2分30秒
bishop, bishop, bishop. Let's get our knight up. Or pawn up. Get this up. Let's not get that up. Okay, let's push. He's gonna get his rook over. Okay. Where's my bishop? Where's my bishop? Yeah.
2分
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! I cracked. I cracked. I cracked. I cracked. He's just so fast. I can't even process. Like I'm trying to. I am just throwing moves out there, and he still had the advantage in time. Yeah. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Can I drop a lance? Can I drop a... He's got, yeah. Oops. Yeah.
1分
Wow. Nice game. Nice finish, too.
新解析で振り返って
Nice,
みよう
nice game. Very nice. That was a fun one. That was really fun until I threw away my bishop. You know, I created a tactic out of thin air that didn't exist, and like that was a ghost tactic that I saw. I think, you know, the previous game's speed just, I think, has warped me. I've got to reset. So reset after that. I'm going to think just a second here. Let me make sure my numbers are updated. No, I have not. So that's 2 losses in a row.
Current streak is 2 losses.
Okay. Way too good. Way too good. Let's try again. Even when I had a slight chance, he saw it. Playing so quickly. These players are good. よろしくお願いします。
対局開始
Okay, maybe quick Ishida again. See if we can get a Koshiro trap. Ah, he saw it. Oh boy. Let's. Do I have a tactic here? I don't think I do. I got to get my king over. 236. We're equal-ish on the clock. Okay. So now I can start doing stuff.
2分30秒。
Yeah, so he does get something here. He does get something. Sorta. Kinda. Not really.
2分。
Wow. Okay. Let's do this. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's drop this. Let's do this. Wow.
1分30秒。叩きの歩。
Think this is fine.
1分。
Oh no, this should have been gold. Should have been gold. It's fine though. Sorry for the quietness in that one. Sorry for the quietness. I think I've cracked. I think my brain has cracked. That might be
Current streak is 1 win.
I think I cracked. 5. Then against 8 down, you could just spectate the game. No. 5 Kishin is only 25 moves. So that's 50 moves per player. And 8 Don is going to be able to drag a game out. So I think my key is against the 8 Don player is to play like 50 moves, get a nice advantage, and then run Kishins. So it's that easy. It's that easy. All I have to do is get an advantage or get a winning advantage get an advantage and a time advantage after 50 or so moves. That's all I need. That's all I need. And then let the Kishin fly. Why gold? Why gold where? Why gold? Why gold where? These? At the end instead of silver? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess they're both good. So I thought during the game I wanted gold so that I could... Oh yeah, actually I think gold is worse. Gold is probably worse. It's probably slower. Because I would take, king runs, I take, he drops the rook, I take, he takes, I drop the, yeah, boy, yeah, I think it would have worked out, but yeah, maybe silver was better. Maybe silver was better. Maybe silver was better. Yeah, because I can't sack the rook. If I drop the gold and then sack the rook, so if I were to drop the gold, if I were to have dropped the gold, let's say he did this, like what he did. Oh, I have 2 golds in hand. So I thought, I have the gold. So I thought here in my mind, this is an easier mate. He can't take, and all I'm going to have to do is this, and then this. So this is why I wanted the gold at the time. I just wanted to dance around the silver. But maybe at the end of the day, it was fine regardless. Okay. Is that 8 and 6? Is it not 15? Oh, it didn't because the day starts over. All right. Let's play. Let's try again. Again. Let's get at least another game in here. Try to play solidly. Boy, it's tough to find players at this time of day.
あなたが後手です。
Showa, it's an era. Oh, a Shodan. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. All right, I'm up on the clock. This name makes me think it's a Western player. And now that he's playing this, makes me think he's a Western player. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I guess I gotta do it.
2分30秒。
2 He's got to save this bishop. Well, I guess he could always... Oh, interesting. Let's do this. Pawn drop. He goes over there. Takes. I redrop. Yeah, that seems good for me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not so happy. That's not so happy. Shiny happy people. I'm not so happy there. Yeah, missed that. Completely missed that. So how can I let's do this. Wow. 105, 137, so I'm up on the clock. Ooh. All right. Nice.
1分30秒
Let's do this. Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Mino-ish. I've got a lot of time. I'm going to drop a pawn back here. I'm going to drop a silver back here. He comes up.
1分 時間切れ勝ち。
ありがとうございました。
Win. Current streak is 2 wins.
I need to take a shower after that one. I hope Koshiro doesn't see that game. I did not get the thumb up. I did not get the thumb up. I did not deserve the thumb up. I got outplayed at every stage of the game, except for the clock, which I guess is the most important thing in 3-minute games. What happened there? Is this, did I track it? I did track it. It was clear from the beginning that he was taking a long time to make his moves. This is a new approach to me. Clearly he wants to exchange the rook. Hey, Yloigh. Nice to see you. Yeah, the clock is a weapon. This is my new series, the new Shogi Dad series, copying off of John Bartholomew, using the clock as a weapon. Surprisingly today, I have been using the clock as a weapon a bit. I'm so slow, but not to jinx it, and I'm still very slow. But, hello, Mukashi Nukimi. not to jinx it, but since I did turn off the acceleration and increase the speed a little bit on this mouse, I think I am faster. Not much faster. I just moving around, like when I'm off stream, just moving around, I have dramatically lowered my accuracy. Like just in everyday, like menu selection, text box selection, things like that. But it hasn't really bit me in these games. Maybe, I don't know why yet, but it hasn't jinx, you know, but it hasn't totally bitten me. But anyway, what is this? What is my plan here? I thought I had a good plan. I thought I had a great plan, actually. I thought I was looking great. Still not sure what that was. I could have done this. I could have done. Wait, if I push, he takes. I take with the silver. No, then he takes. I don't have the fork. I don't have the fork. So take. Yeah, I gave up the silver. So should I have rook takes silver back? Silver back? Yeah, that might have been nice. No, because the rook drop, or the bishop drop is already defended by this king being here. Wow. I'm going to take this game into Lee Shogi. It feels still okay for me, but at the end of the day, I don't like what happened. I think giving up that silver is too much. So we'll copy this. Sorry for my slowness here. Add this chapter. You know, one thing that that ShogiExplained did really well. ShogiExplained was the site that would have all the Shogi Wars Kifus, and so you could download them from there. Shogi Wars basically forced ShogiExplained to shut down, and then they added the copy ability, which is nice. But one thing that ShogiExplained's Kifus did really well is they also included the rank of the player, which I thought for posterity's sake was fantastic. Are they in here? It's not even in here. So we don't even have the tag. We don't even have the ranks here in this tag. ShogiExplained made it part of the username. So it would be like Lucas Oda dash Shodan, and then oh hi there dash 1Q is what the names would have been. So at a glance, you see the level of the player you're playing, and over time you see your level, which sounds like nothing, but I find it to be I found it to be really, really useful and just enjoyable in the sort of historic sense, you know, as a fan of history and my own shogi history. I like that. So let's go here. I did click the eval, but I'm going to turn this on. I am Gote, so I have the advantage, slight advantage. And this was the right move, naturally. Okay, the engine likes to take the pawn. Oh, of course, of course. Of course. This is why I did it. This is why I did it. I think in my mind, I think during the game, you know, I'm trying to think faster than I can possibly think. In my mind, he was going to take this pawn. So I was going to push this pawn, and he was going to take this pawn. That was in my mind, which would not have been his best move. So, you know, it wouldn't have been terrible. But that's what I was expecting. So, like, that's what I thought happened because it's what I expected. But anyway, he takes. Now I need to take 8-5. This is still fine. Seven four is a big. Why is this a huge advantage? Why is this such a big advantage? Why is this such a big advantage? Why is this so good? Because I'm threatening to come up here? Why is this so good? Let's say he does this. Say he does this. Well, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, that's the tactic there. Huh. So let's try 7-8 silver. We still do the same thing. Pushes, he drops the pawn. Now we can't do this because he could go back. So we just jump our knight and build our structure. Interesting. Okay. I can push the edge. Huh. So we just keep pressing down on this weakness, the weakness of their structure with our sort of ideal attacking position, our formation with that rook, that silver rook knight pole. We go fishing. I don't know if this is fishing, but we sort of go fishing with the knight. Wow. A clean win by me. A very clean win. Yeah, this is to be clear, this is the opponent's advantage. So, you know, but it doesn't. But the Kifu, the eval does not show the clock. All right, so this was wrong. This was wrong. It was just pull back the silver. Pull back the silver. Pull back the silver. Rook goes over. Oh no, rook doesn't go over. Does the rook go back? 4-5. Oh, interesting. I would expect the rook to do this, but because the bishop drop doesn't seem so great. right? So if we do this, so he goes back. The engine wants 7-7 bishop. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess. It makes sense. Makes sense. We don't always, just because there's a rook floating, we don't have to, just because there's a rook floating and we have a bishop in hand, doesn't mean we have to hit the rook. Like I have a one-track mind. All I'm doing is looking for ways, and this is, I think, a way that I end up in a lot of these in faster time. I get myself into time trouble, because I'm looking for, the one-track mind, bishop drop attacking, threatening the rook. The engine also likes this. Actually, the engine prefers this now to this, but yeah, that makes sense. But that isn't what played. I dropped here, he took, I took. Oops. It doesn't even like, oh yeah, it does. So this. Okay. I was all right. What? What is the idea behind this? I sort of like silver take, and then take. Wait, so what's the idea behind this? Let's say the king takes. Now the knight takes. Pawn takes. And then we fork. I think I like the opponent's position, but at least I have something to do. And I guess that's what a +4.5 is that the opponent's position's better, but I have stuff to do. His king's a little exposed. Mine is a little protected. I've got threats. He's got threats. He's got more pieces in hand. Yeah. That makes sense. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Anything going on 81 Dojo? Nothing really going on 81 Dojo. Unfortunately, let me check World Shogi League, see if there's when the next stuff. I know ruthixka is playing tomorrow, but not in an hour that I would be able to stream. Tony Co tomorrow at 11 a.m. Tomorrow at 11. So hopefully I'll be able to stream this. Oh, Deepta is playing on the 28th. The 28th is Friday. Okay. At 3 a.m. my time. So, I won't be able to stream that. But, all right. I don't know these players. I don't know any of these players. But maybe I'll try to stream this tomorrow if we get a chance. I'll probably my plan for playing, I think tomorrow is going to be 10-minute games on Shogi Wars. So like I said, I am going to avoid playing too many days of 3-minute shogi in a row, because I feel that I do end up getting too sloppy. As time goes on, as the games pile up, I feel like I start getting a little too sloppy. And today I'm going to say that I played sloppier than yesterday. These were okay. I had that 5-win streak in here, but a lot of the games that I won, I was dead lost. Some of the games that I lost, I was winning, but I think majority today, I think I got outplayed in a lot of the games, especially against players of around my rating level. I was mostly outplayed. So that is something I think not to keep an eye on, because I'm aware of it. But and then the unlucky 13 rating percentage here. Let's take a look. Has anything happened with the events? Nothing has happened with the events. One thing I did want to do, since I'm not playing on Kyo anymore, I am going to burn my tickets, my gacha tickets. I have some diamonds left over from that season pass, and I have a ticket from 50 gold boxes. So let's actually do that. Let's do that now. I'm going to switch my scene collection to, and I'm going to bring the app up here. So bear with me as this starts up, and I am going to go into my sources here and hide the app, configure it. Every time I have to do this. And okay, and now I'm going to unhide it, and there we are. All right, so there we are. I'm going to go through the gacha. Let's do these gacha. Yeah, I see that they're doing more swimsuit gachas. I see it. I see the tweets. I see the tweets. I don't know if that means that they're desperate. That to me, this reeks of desperation. That they're already bringing out the porn. Actually, I think that word gets blocked on YouTube. I shouldn't have said it. Hello. I barely understand Japanese, but I know how to play this app. I know how to use the app. I use the Google Translate and stuff. You think a lot of gachas are doing swimsuits? I guess maybe because it's summer, sort of makes sense, I guess. I mean, that's if you're going to use some logic, I guess that sort of makes sense. But anyway, let's do our gachas. Let's do our pulls. So I've got one ticket here, one free ticket. Let me close this other thing up. Let's do this. All right. So here is this. Okay, it's just a pawn. Where are we going to tap on this? Where are we going to tap on this thing? I'll just tap anywhere. Because it doesn't matter. Alright, I got a blue one. So I got 15, is that 15 gold boxes? Or that's 5 gold boxes. Alright, and I have 650 diamonds. What price would make me go back to Kyo? There's no price. It's not a price thing. I'm happy to pay money. I think they have to fix their ratings. I think that I don't enjoy playing there anymore because the players I play, the ratings are meaningless. The ratings are essentially, there's some vague meaning, but they're essentially meaningless. Like I was saying yesterday, I don't like that. I like the ratings to mean something. I don't know if that's the only thing. I don't think that's the only thing to why I'm not enjoying Kyo anymore. When Kyo released, I loved it. Like, I was so addicted to it. I was playing it and loving it, and the games were great. But over time, the rating system has just been dumb. It's just dumb. And they haven't fixed it. In fact, I think they broke it even more by adding these streaks. So I don't like that. I just don't enjoy it. The excuse that because they're starting, that has grown stale. To me, that has grown stale. That argument had its chance in the first week or two. That argument can no longer be used. I don't like it. I don't like it. More of the time when I'm playing, I start not trusting that my opponents are actually real opponents. I don't enjoy it. And I've seen this on Japanese Twitter now, where a lot of people have been reporting Maybe not a lot. People have been reporting, and I just assume this extrapolates out, but a lot of people have been reporting that they've stopped enjoying playing shogi since Kyo. And, you know, it hit me. It hit me. I was in a rut. I was like, once that elation of Kyo happened, and I realized that this is not going to be the app that I want, and this is not going to be the site that I want, I think I got really disillusioned in the whole online shogi stuff. You know, Shogi Wars is still there to play, and I'm so glad that I was picked for that event. You know, the Shogi Wars streamer event, which is happening in a week and a half. But you know, I love Yo-Yo-Me. I love time. I love better time. I love better time controls. As someone who plays chess, which isn't very popular in Japan, you can relate to this. Keep up the good work. Relate to, playing without understanding. Tani Majin, good morning. The character, yeah. Well, I want this character. I want this. This is the one that I wanted. I also don't like that they haven't given me what I want in gacha. Like, I'm not going to lie. I am retaliating a bit in my mind because they won't give me the character I want. So I'm going to try one of these. It's a pawn again. And Kyo did not give me the check mark, the streamer check mark, which is kind of disappointing too. So I'm feeling let down in multiple fronts, on multiple fronts at Kyo. Okay, so we got a lance. So we'll get like a purple thing. I already have these, right? Oh, it's new. Okay, well, it's whatever. I have the board that has the glasses on it. And another lance here. And this is my last gacha pull here. And a board. So I got junk. I had four pulls and basically got junk. So, you know, it is what it is. The streak makes a player stronger even if they're lower rated. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But as far as streaks are concerned, we already have existing literature and research into rating systems. Like online gaming rating systems. This is not a new topic. This is not a new field of research. There's so much out there. And chess, you know, chess obviously is leading the way in chess-like games. You know, whether you want to use just raw, the older school Elo, or you want to use Glicko 2, or you want to use a variant on that, be my guest. Use something real. But this thing here with this percent, and then none of the players you play just don't feel like anything. I don't like that. To me, it loses the flavor of the game. Like today's games on Shogi Wars. I'm going to switch back to Shogi Wars because I'm done here. But today's games on Shogi Wars. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry for all the changes. So today's results, or today's games on Shogi Wars. The Shodans felt good. They felt strong. The 2-dan felt very strong. The 1Qs felt about at my level. The 2Qs felt a little weaker. The 3Q felt much weaker. I think for the most part with today's games, the ratings were very accurate. Whatever, the rating of the player that I played seemed to match their ability. That's what I like. I like that aspect of it. You know, maybe I think too much about ratings. I mean, you could argue that. You could make that statement, and I would not disagree with you. But to me, like some of the people, like some of these Japanese X.com users that I see talking about this kind of stuff, they like a site just like I feel like I found my kindred spirits, where they like a site where there's a sense of accomplishment when you rank up, you know your targets. Like I've said before, you know, I am not going to be the Meijin. I'm not going to be the Meijin. I am trying to get better at this game. I'm trying to enjoy the game. And I find that I enjoy these types of games more when I have goals. When I have goals, when I can track progress, when, you know, I feel like I'm interacting or engaging with other human beings. I like that. So Shogi Wars has all that. Shogi Wars has the players, they have the rating system. I don't know what Shogi Wars is using under the cover, like if they're using Yloigh or Glico 2 or something else. But whatever they're doing has resulted in a rating system that is tough to grow in. You know, it's a grind. Shogi Wars, you know, the downside of the people might argue that Shogi Wars is a grind to rank up. And I agree with that. But at the same time, there's a real sense of accomplishment when you hit that goal. And I love how Shogi Wars handles the demotions. You know, they basically don't demote you unless you lose a lot at that level. And I love that because it avoids so many of the problems of sort of hitting your target rank and then never playing again. So I love what Shogi Wars does with. I love the Shogi Wars player base. I love what Shogi Wars does with their rating system. I just wish we had better time controls. You know, that's the thing that keeps. There are other things, of course. There are other things. You know, no site is perfect. And I certainly have other things I wish Shogi Wars would do. Like, I would love... Shogi Wars is the most popular site in Shogi. Bar none, there's nothing close. They have more data than anybody. I would love not to use a mobile... Like, you know, this is essentially a mobile app in a web browser that I'm playing on. I would love a really nice website like chess.com or like Lee Chess, you know, or like Lee Shogi, that has, you know, integrates the playing with the studying, with puzzles, with forums to chat with other Shogi fans, you know, stuff like that. I love what the chess sites do, and I wish Shogi Wars would do that. In particular, you know, the thing that Shogi Wars can do is for the analysis. They have so much data. They can do stuff like the opening explorer. You know, I used to talk about it more than I do now. I would love an opening explorer populated with millions and millions of games of, you know, amateur games, you know, characterized or stratified by player level. I would love that. I would love to be able to go into this game. I would love to go into this game and... What is this? I don't know what I just did. Sorry. I'm not sure what I just did. I would love to go into this game and be like, oh, this is a new move that I haven't seen before. What have other players done in this position? I would love to be able to do this. Like that's one of my holy grails for Shogi. You know, this is new to me. What have others done? You know, if this was chess.com or if this was Lee Chess, especially Lee Chess's opening explorer is the best there is. I would see, you know, 35% of players in this position played this move, and the win rate was 56%. 25% of players played this move, and the win rate is 75%. You know, some players, 5% of players played this move, and the win rate was 49%, or stuff like that. Shogi Wars has all that data, so they could do this. They are better positioned than anyone in the shogi world to be able to do this. And, like, I'd gladly pay for that. Gladly pay for that. So, like, that's huge to me. But anyway, I don't know what we're talking about. Well, Sindarov is not an example to use for anything. I mean, you don't use exceptions. Exceptional people at the very farthest edges to sort of guide how we live. And I FIDE Yloigh is the most abusive streak Elo. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. I'll take your word for it, but I've never heard that. And I have heard a lot of discussion about FIDE Yloigh, and I have never heard anyone say that. But maybe, maybe the people I'm listening to are trying to shill Glicko 2 or whatever. But yeah, the Kyo system, whatever they're doing, is not resulting in what I consider to be a rewarding playing experience. So I don't feel great. So when I walk away from a Kyo session, I don't feel great. Like just like I said the other day, I had 4 games. I think it was 4 games. 2 of the games, it's like my opponents were letting me win. Like they were making the moves that I almost didn't even have to think about the responses. And they were 1Q and 2Q, if I remember correctly. And it's like, I'm thinking, wow, I'm playing well today. I'm sort of thinking, wow, maybe I'm playing well today. And then I play like a 6Q and a 4Q, and they just trounce me. And I'm completely clueless as to what move to even try. And I walk away from that session and I'm thinking, that wasn't fun. That wasn't rewarding. And then I reviewed my games that I won. And it really was like my opponents were just giving me the game. Because every move, every move was gonna work. It's one of those positions that we talk about sometimes where the stronger the opponents play, it seems to me that when stronger opponents are in a worse position, they make moves that make their opponent's life very difficult, or as difficult as possible. So as your opponents get stronger, it becomes harder to win games, or it becomes harder to convert winning advantages. As your opponents get stronger, it becomes harder to win. Gosh, I can't say it. I'm trying to say it clearly once. As your opponents get stronger, it becomes harder to convert winning advantages. And it's for some reason on some of these Kyo games, it's like they're not even trying to make me work hard. They're just like, they're making moves where there are almost no bad moves for me to make. And it's tough. So when I review those games, I don't feel so good about it. I think like, oh, this was a 1Q, so that's a good rating win, but these ratings don't matter. Shodan is very good on Kyo. Like, we know that Shodan is very good on Kyo. And 2Dan and 3, these are good players for the most part. For the most part, I don't think that's changed. But the Q ratings are all over the place. Imagine winning to a higher rated gives you the same elo. Well, that's the thing, is it doesn't seem to, the rating of the opponent also doesn't seem to have any impact on the number of points you get on Kyo. It seems to make very little to no impact. Zendu-kun, you think Kyo is so new that it probably still having to handle player base new influx versus of underrated players? Shogi Wars solved that problem. Chess.com solved that problem. Lichess solved that problem. You know, you have a provisional rating. You move the ratings, you know, more quickly to find their true rating. You know, if anything, you know, we have argued in the past that Shogi Wars is too good at this. Shogi Wars finds your rating very quickly. Very quickly. Like, to the point where when people are, like, when strong players want to do a speed run, you pretty much cannot do a speed run on Shogi Wars. A speed run is where a strong player creates a new account, or this is one of the, a speed run can mean many different things, but one of the things that it often is say a content creator, a streamer who you know, is a strong player, starts a new account and grinds their way up to their eventual rating. So you get to see how a strong player plays against a beginner, against an intermediate, against an advanced, against a super advanced player. Like, on Shogi Wars, you cannot do that, because within 2 or 3 games, you basically will start getting matched up against people at your level. It's kind of amazing. You know, Shogi Wars does a really good, even if you're still 20, you know, after 3 games and you have 3 wins, you're still 27 Q, but it's provisional because every win will get you a rank up. So they make you grind. I imagine it's because of the 3 game a day limit. Like, I think they probably want to get people, they don't want to allow people to create a new account and then that same day get to Shodan or whatever. You know, I imagine it's part of the monetization equation that they're doing, that they don't allow that. But anyway, regardless, you know, if the point of the speed run is to see how this strong player does against lower level players, you know, here's how a strong 4th file rook player plays against a beginner Yagura or a beginner Sanken Bisha or whatever. And for a lot of people, that is great content, because, like, if someone is, let's say someone is 5Q and they're struggling against their opponents, you know, they might be wondering, what would a good player do against my opponents here? And so in a speed run, you would see that. You would be able to see, oh, a good player does this, and then this, and then this, and they set up this structure. You get a sense. And, you know, this is very popular in chess, where, you know, sometimes it's kind of funny. Like this one that stuck in my mind, John Bartholomew is a chess international master, and he has done speed runs, what he calls climbing the rating ladder. And, you know, he's such an experienced chess player and such an experienced teacher that he has said things like, you know, this is not a good move, but I think the opponent may move their queen here or may push this knight here. You know, I see this a lot with 1200 ELO rated players. I see this kind of move a lot. And then all of a sudden, it's like the opponent is on his payroll. His opponent makes the blunder, the exact blunder that he was predicting. And you realize how many thousands and thousands of games these guys have played and how much they've taught, you know, how many beginners they've taught. Like, they're super experienced, but like, that's gold. I love that kind of content. So anyway. But yeah, 81 Dojo has very few that are beginners. Very few. You might be able to create a tactic system. Let me try. This is Sono. Is that? I'm going to try to Google Translate this. Oops. Translate. I think this is Sono. Oops. Sorry. It's not saying how to pronounce it. Sono. It is Sono. Okay. I read it correctly. Sono, you say you might you might be able to create a tactic system. Yeah, Shogi Quest has great tactics. I do mate run on Shogi Quest every day without exception. Today I got dual 25s, which is a very good day for me. Both you get 2 mate runs per day on Shogi Quest. I got 25 in both of them, which is a very good day for me. This week, in fact, I have been almost all mate runs have been over 20, which is, I had said last week or the week before, I said that after years of doing this, I don't seem to be getting any better or any faster. Maybe I'm getting a little faster. You say that, Zenukun, you say you agree that Shogi Wars experience has been the best bar the 1530 option. If they gave you that would be gold. Yeah. Even 1030 or even 530 or even 030, I think would be amazing. I think 030 would be incredible. I think 020 would even be great. 0 minutes 20 second Byoyomi, I think would be great. Like, I like 10-second Byoyomi, but even that is a little too hectic for me. It's great. I enjoy it. It is my favorite time control on Shogi Wars, and I used to think that it was my best time control, but I think I'm still 1Q in it. So I have been close to ranking up to Shodan in 10-second twice. I've been in the 90s twice. And I think now I'm like either in the 50s or 60s yet again. I just collapsed too much in those fast games. But I still love it. But I think 20 seconds would be even better. And 30 seconds, obviously, would be way better. So I don't even need, got to work on mental. I mean, that's easier said than done. I mean, that's you're playing. It's like that. There's nothing to do. You just. Yvonne, you would like at least Byoyomi in 10 minutes. Even 10 seconds would be cool. You mean like 10 minutes main time with 10 seconds Byoyomi? I think that'd be okay. But, Fisher 5+5 would also be great. Fisher 5+5 is very fast. For me. Very fast. Too fast. But it would still be great. Shogi Wars did a survey a month or so ago about time controls. And I filled it out and I gave my feedback. And I haven't heard anything about the results of that. But a lot of those were like, do you want 5+5? Do you want 1030? Which one do you want more? Which would you play more? It's stuff like that. That kind of survey. And I don't remember now what I put as my ideal in there. I might have favored, like, you have to favor one of them. You have to say which ones you'd like, and you have to favor like one in particular. I think I did 1030, but there are so many good things that I'd be ecstatic with 5+5 as long as the countdown was good. Like, it did a proper countdown, like the Citizen Mages and DIT 40 clock. That's the thing about Byoyomi, is that every site, almost every site is going to do Byoyomi correctly. They're going to do it correctly. Every shogi tournament, every shogi clock is going to be able to support Byoyomi. So, Byoyomi is a safe choice. I love Fisher, but I think Byoyomi is a safe choice. And if you still want to keep the games relatively quick, I think 030 would be great. I would play 030 all the time. If Shogi Wars had 030, it would be my main time. If Shogi Wars had 1030, it would be my main time. If it had 530, it would be my main time. If it had 130, I would complain about it. But it would be my main time. I don't like 130 because to me, just logically, it makes no sense. To me, there's no point to 130. If you're gonna play 1 minute with 30-second Byoyomi, just play 0 minutes with 30-second Byoyomi. Just like there's no need for the minute. That minute gives you nothing. So to me, just logically, it offends my sensibilities. 1 minute with 30-second Byoyomi, which Shogi Club 24 had, it just offends my delicate sensibilities. I'm a hothouse flower at the end of the day. I'm a demanding hothouse flower. And I must be given what I want. What do you mean, Zendo-kun? You got to look out for peon beginners like you with 1530. What does that mean? You're going to 81 Dojo? The Brazil, some recent Brazil over the board in-person tournaments have shown how great Fischer can be for both blitz and for slower time controls. So those tournaments were played with Fischer mode, Fischer increment. I think the last Brazilian Osho Sen, I believe, was using Fischer, both for its Hayazashi Osho Sen and its main time bracket. I think. But no, what you say, no means would want that time, can't do 0-20. What does that mean? What do you mean? You don't like 0-20? Have you ever... So, for people who don't like 0-20, have you ever tried it? And are you a fan of 0-10? So that's the thing, is I think for people like me that enjoy 0-10, but are maybe older or just slower, or would just like to think a little more, I think they would appreciate 0-20. I think 0-20 would not be appreciated as much by people who mostly play 15 minutes with 60-second Byoyomi. So that's the thing from, like, I expect 1560 players would not be so happy with 0 minutes 20 seconds. But oh, Zenu, you barely know the game to play that fast. So you don't like 0-10. Yeah. And that makes sense. And that totally makes sense. It's all about, for me, it's all about creating options. Shogi Wars does not want to add 700 different time controls, because then the player base is going to be split. We have, especially like at this hour of the day, there are only 1,662 people logged into Shogi Wars right now. It's the morning. What time is it now? 5 o'clock in Japan? Yes, it's 5 o'clock in Japan. It's 5 a.m. in Japan. And there aren't as many players. And obviously not all of these players are even playing. I'm logged in here and I'm not playing. So the more time controls, the more you'll split your player base. So I think they need to be very careful with that. That's why I personally would love to see 5+5 or 5+7, but 5+5 replace 10 minutes. Because the overall wall clock time is about the same, I think. I think that 5+5 actually feels faster than 10 minutes. But there's no ultra satisfying time control on Shogi Wars where you won't get dirty flagged or maybe feel a little too rushed. Like 10-minute Kiramake is a time-honored tradition, and it's even played in Hachi-1 Diver. The Hachi-1 Diver manga and live action TV show. There's a lot of 10-minute Kiramake, and I think a lot of Japanese tournaments have been 10-minute Kiramake. So it's an honorable time control. but it allows dirty flags, which is very tough for slow people like me and for people who just don't feel satisfied when they lose that way. And Fisher mode would solve that. It keeps a fast game, but at least it's a fast game. You still have to you still can't play a great end game because you still have to play very fast. But at least you won't lose on time. You could always keep making moves, which I think is appreciated. And you would keep 3 minute Kiramake. People love 3 minute. I think a lot of people love just like chess. A lot of people love to play blitz and bullet. And so you have to keep 3 minute. 3 minute is just like a really nice shogi bullet time control. And so 10 minute is the one. So I think 10 minute is the one that would be nicely replaced by Fisher. But if that one is just too popular, if that one's too popular and people just culturally like 10 minutes too much, I think the one that you could play most with is the 0-10. In my experience, it is much harder to find 0-10 games on Shogi Wars. Not as many people play it. On 81 Dojo, not as many people play 10 minute or 10 second Byoyomi on 81 Dojo. And so like if one of the time controls has to be replaced, my guess is they would replace 0 minute 10 second. And I think 0 minute 20 would be a great replacement for that. I think 0 minute 30 seconds would be an even better. Obviously, we would lose that speed. It would no longer be a speed game, but it'd be just a good game. You don't see why more time controls split people? Well, because instead of having 800 people playing 10 minutes, now you're going to have 400 people playing 10 minutes and 400 people playing 5+5. So it's going to be much harder to find a game. It's going to be much harder to find a game in 10 minutes. Like just at a basic level, you're splitting your matchmaking pool. It's like some of the games today in 3 minute, it took a while to get a game. Like let's say there are 100. So let's say there are 100 let's say there are 100 to 200 players at or around my level that were matchmaking during the stream today. It takes longer to find a game. The odds of playing the same person increase. If you cut that number in half, it'll take longer to find a game with someone at my level. It'll be harder to find a good game, harder to make a good match, and the percentage chance of getting a duplicate match, someone you just played, for example, or someone who you recently played, that increases. I think both of those are undesirable. So I think that's why you have to be very careful with these things. And I think that's why they are. They don't want to screw up their site. Obviously people love playing here. They have to know that they can improve. Everyone can improve. I just don't know how much they're investing in that. Hopefully more, because they're the best. They're the number one shogi site. They in terms of numbers and in terms of eyeballs, they are the number one shogi site by far. So I would love to see them lead and continue to innovate, and just like chess.com does. I am a big fan of chess.com. Say what you will about chess.com. I'm a big fan, and I love that they continue to try to push things. They try things. They did not succumb to the temptation to make people pay to play. It's free to play, and it's always been free to play on chess.com. That sort of discussion was in Danny Wrench's book Dark Squares. So that was a nice part of the book. Like I said, I read that recently and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get stopped here. I wanted to play 10 games today, and I think we got 15 or 16. And I really wanted to rest my voice, because yesterday, when I have those long streams of lots of talking, it takes its toll unless I just unless I sort of train it. And I haven't been having those long streams lately. So yesterday was a bit of a one-off, and my throat is definitely feeling it. So I'm going to close it up here. Thanks everyone for following. These were really fun games. Kudos to my opponents. Great games to my opponents, especially the ones that completely outplayed me. And I apologize to my opponents who completely outplayed me, but I managed to win on time. So apologies to that. And anyway, fun times, maybe improving. We'll see. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy your shogi. And boy, my frame rate of the video seems to be getting hit. So anyway, sorry. Bye. See you soon. Take care.